You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about.
Are you crazy? These kids could really hurt themselves with this stuff.
Oh, God, I thought that was absolutely dreadful.
How's it going, Facebook? This is So Like You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about. Drinking today. This is the show for August 24th, 2017. And we're going to try...
Difficulties.
Alright, well, you know what? Fuck it, because it works on Facebook. It's just a forever issue, right?
Oh, wait.
Oh, it's reconnecting. It's working. Don't even worry about the thing.
I'm just setting it to like.
Is it recording?
Our fade
It's
out.
recording.
Yeah,
it's recording. Cool. We're live. Side Spreaker. Sorry about that. I will get a new hard drive in this probably by Wednesday next week. I promise. So I have a bunch of them. They're just not new, so I don't exactly trust them for the recording tower. But anyways, yeah, So Like You Know, if you guys like us, don't forget we do a live show every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Spreaker.com/SLYK Radio. We're also on Facebook and Twitter at SLYK Radio, and you can listen to us and stream our podcast at any point in time on Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. So, yeah, we're everywhere as SLYK Radio. So just search us, you'll find us. We're easy to find.
That we are easy.
But anyways, guys, you know you love us, and we hope you're here to join us this evening. In the meantime, JP is going to intro you to the craft brew review while I go just grab another bottle of tequila.
Because we're drunkards. Today on the craft beer in review, we are drinking the Show Me Your Sour from Boulevard Brewing Company with a 4.3 ABV. Originally brewed as a collaboration between Boulevard Brewmaster Stephen Powell's and Side Project Brewing owner/brewer Corey King. Show Me Your Sour, or Show Me Sour, was inspired by their mutual admiration for low ABV Belgium table beers. A touch of acidity with some dehusked black malts for rich, dark colors, plus short time in whiskey barrels before it was blended back into a fresh beer. Make for a unique taste and inviting beer. That's our play for the whiskey sour.
Sounds tasty.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. I don't know what happened to my keys.
Where's Boulevard Brewing?
I believe it's in Colorado.
Yeah,
Is it?
Denver.
Probably, huh?
It's in .com, Missouri.
Oh wow, that's far different.
Way wrong. It's hard to pour it like that. So, we saw something recently online that says we've been pouring our beer wrong this whole time.
Let me try something different.
So you see what JP did right here? That's apparently the right thing to do.
The right amount of head.
Yeah. You gotta get the right amount of head, man. So, it was on, so if you guys didn't know, the Haunted Brew Fest is happening soon in Colorado Springs, but the Facebook page had posted something showing how to pour your beer properly, and it was really to like kind of start at an angle, tilt it up quick, and then get like almost half of it was like head. So, and the reason behind it was to be like, oh hey, well if we do this, then you know it won't blow your stomach as much, so you can drink more beer. So I don't know. So I messaged our friend Ben over at Gold Camp Brewing, and he said there is a solid philosophy behind it. So, and everyone really has their kind of style, because he doesn't like drinking out of frosted glasses. He thinks that's a little wrong. So, I mean, there's always a little change, I feel, for everyone's taste in beers.
Well, that depends, too, because in England, they like a lot of head on their beer.
They also like it, like, lukewarm, right?
Which
well, not
I
like lukewarm, but like room temperature.
Definitely room temperature.
Shell, are you powering up your Gundam?
I know, Tony was running the disposal.
Oh.
Not my Gundam, sorry.
Well, damn, that would have been way awesome.
Right?
You should take it out of the packaging. I know it'll lose some of its value, but it's worth it. Alright. Well, I am
the kitchen sink.
tagging people right now. I almost tagged Tara Todd. I don't know who you are, Tara Todd. But someone should talk about hang-ins.
Hang-ins?
Yeah.
Are you guys looking to protect your $600 investment, i.e. your phone? Then you should pick up your hang-ins today. It's a handy device that attaches to any phone with a case without any modifications, allowing you to strap it to your neck, your wrist, your purse, your backpack, and it keeps it from falling to the ground. It's only $4.99 with free shipping, so go online to our website and click the link and get your hang-ins today. That's hang-ins, H-A-N-G-I-N-Z.
Kapuya, kapuya!
Damn right.
Did I do that?
Yeah,
too
that was
fast?
good. No, it was
For
really
you?
good.
No, that was absolutely beautiful. I'm sure you have people's ears watering.
Ears watering. I hope your ears
Is that the
are
right part?
watering.
Is that the right part?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, I failed anatomy.
No, because you want to get inside their ear pussies.
In their earballs.
Yes. I can't think of who to tag. I'm spacing. I need to just make a list.
Daniel,
I got that. Like I got.
Tara, Devin,
Yeah.
Eric.
Oh yeah. Eric,
TJ.
there we go. TJ.
Wayne,
Good
Wayne
one.
says hi. And then he says it was hot.
Good. Very good. Where did he say hi?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh, it didn't post in mine.
Huh.
That's how that works, I guess.
Sometimes mine will do that too.
I guess that's how it rolls. Alright, you know what? That's enough for now. But moving right along, we got Slick Feed, where we geek on your week. It's alright, I'll do it by myself. It's like verbal masturbation.
Don't lie, you like it.
Well, you know it's satisfying sometimes. You just kind of got to do it. Or you get a little grumpy.
Do we need that on?
No.
Okay.
No. That makes it so we can hear ourselves, and then that's the mute button. I don't know what AutoDocking means, though.
AutoDocking.
I think I actually do. I think it's when it kind of like balances out the sound a little better.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Daniel?
AutoDocking is, I think, something very different. I think that's...
It's when you have robots push two guys together.
Oh. I thought it was when two uncircumcised dudes, like, sheathed.
No, that's just space docking.
That's just space docking?
Auto-docking is they're not doing anything. So it's
It really is just two robots.
robots pushing the guys together.
All right, whatever floats your robot boats, Anyways, let's take a shot. I want to take a shot. Let's take a shot.
I want to take a shot, but I need to go get shots.
We'll go get some shots. We'll hold up.
Okay. I mean, you guys can take a shot if you want to take another shot when I get back.
Oh.
So how are you liking Defenders, Daniel?
Daniel says he was finishing up an episode of Defenders, only one more left. I'm going to have to step it up and really start watching stuff, because...
Like all the Marvel things?
Yeah.
Defenders is new. I don't know. I think I just have to sack up and finish watching Iron Fist. I think I'm like in only fourth episode. I was like, I just don't care about this hero. It's like...
I mean, that's how it goes sometimes. I mean, a lot of them started drifting, but I don't know, maybe I was drinking more when I was watching all these shows, so they were more interesting. And now I don't drink much, so it's like, I don't know. Can I watch anime? Because I like focusing more on anime. I like focusing on my TV.
Because you have to read it to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
You haven't learned Japanese just yet.
Not yet. I will get there.
We need chat.
I will. I'm waiting for someone to comment so I can actually pull up chat. Because I can't populate it really and have it update until someone comments on Facebook. God damn
I
it.
thought Wayne did already.
Yeah, but it's not showing. It's like, no, you don't get to look at this. You're stupid. But, you know, that's how that goes. Once it says, hey, someone comment, I'll pull it up. But, yeah. Anyways, so with slick feet, recently a woman in China had developed a tumor in her vertebrae, which is pretty crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing. It makes sense. It's just cells going nuts.
Isn't it called bonitis?
That's not funny, JP. It's funny. But, yeah, so fucker. So she got tumor in her... She got tumor. It's not a tumor! Get down! In her vertebrae. And the doctors wanted to try something a little more aggressive because doing the standard chemotherapy and stuff like that would have just put her at a high risk for relapse.
Dying.
Or dying, that too. So it really would have done the job. She would have spent a lot of money for no frickin' reason. So what they did instead was remove the vertebrae altogether, just take them out, and put 3D printed spine back in.
Oh, it's like you just made her shorter then. It's like, we cured your cancer! But now you're 2 inches shorter. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. So, pretty crazy, though. The spinal surgeon by the name of Yao Jinru? Jiaonru or something. From this Shanghai Changhen hospital. It was just...
I think it's Zhengzhi.
Zhengzhi?
Xing.
No. You can't say that.
3D printed one, so it's got to be like a hard plastic then that they're putting in them?
No.
Or titanium?
It could be titanium, but it didn't really specify in the article that I found. But with 3D printing, it can be metal. So it could be metal, plastic, rubber.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did like the biomaterial structure and then did like the stem cell fill.
Yeah, but it was 3D printed, so I can't...
Yeah, no, this one... No. Shell's talking about something that they actually are already doing. So she's
With
bringing up something...
and everything.
Yeah, we talked about it a while back where they literally do a base structure and then they print your own body's cells into it and make a functioning part.
Okay.
But what they did in this one was that they actually did... It was a man-made material that they printed. So that much I do know. Daniel says 2 inches shorter, but cancer gone. Sounds like a win to me.
Right. So, side note, I've officially drank all the Patron in the house as of last week.
You lush.
I drank all the Patron last night, but it was enough left for like 2 half shots between me and Hannah.
Right. I've got like maybe a shot and a half, 2 shots left of Espolone.
Nice.
And then I need to go to the liquor store.
Yeah. Shelly, you're going to have to monitor the comments for now because it's not popping up for some reason.
Okay. Well, nobody has commented anything that's showing on mine anyways.
I thought you said Wayne commented.
He did. Earlier.
Well, I'm confused.
Yeah, he hasn't commented anything new. And he was the last one to comment.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing's even showing up on mine for some reason.
Okay.
But, anyways. I mean, people are popping in to watch it, obviously, but it's no commentary yet. But whatever! Whatever. We're here to talk,
Whatever.
and you're here to listen. So listen good.
Point says testing.
It's still not populating on mine for some stupid reason.
It's okay. I'll monitor Facebook.
High five.
Is it even... Hold on. I tried to refresh a screenshot. Yeah, it's not even showing on here.
Huh.
So, yeah. Yeah, if you're not getting updates either, there's something weird going on. Is it on your personal? Did you share it or something?
No, he's talking to on the slick one.
Weird. Alright. Either way. You got it. Well, we're good. But
Because it's because Bo hates me.
I do not hate you. I hate dumb presidents. So moving right along.
Shots.
Yeah, shots.
To space.
I'm just gonna
Don't
do it
take
right
mine.
out of the bottle.
I thought you were eating it.
And right
Tequila,
out of the pickle jar.
Pickle juice. Take whatever you want. Cheers! Mmm. Pickly.
Yeah. Man,
What?
I spilled pickle juice on myself.
We're gonna make a soundbite out of that. Just play it like this.
I do love me some titty sprinkles. That's gonna stay right there. But we're staying on the science topic. So recently, Elon Musk, as you see right here, yeah, doing stuff, just released the new image for the SpaceX suit. You trying to touch him?
What? I like the picture thing.
Trying to hold the picture.
Yeah. So, as you can see right there, the awesomeness that is the suit. That is not like a mock-up. That is not a 3D image. That is the actual suit they have now printed, or they have now made.
Oh, with
You
the
mean they
with
sent
the
the Stig into space?
with a chimpanzee in it.
What?
They
Who's?
sent the Stig.
No, they didn't, you dork.
No, it's the Stig's more smarter cousin.
The
He-
Stig's,
he went to space school.
extraterrestrial
More smarter.
cousin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He went to space school.
True. So this suit's pretty awesome. Like I said, it already exists, and it's designed to work in twice the vacuum that exists in space right now. So he was trying to work on something that looked just as well as form as it did in function. So he wanted to look sexy,
I like it.
and I think he managed that. I think it looks pretty
I like
damn
it,
cool.
Yeah, looks pretty sick.
So that's something I can definitely go for. The only thing is my problem with it is that I don't have it.
They don't make it American size. We're like super tall people.
They don't make it in American size.
It's not for monsters and 6'4s.
Meanwhile, I'd look like a little kid in it. my dad's an astronaut. I'm just playing around.
It'd be like that episode of Doctor Who.
You'd look like a chubby kid though, just because you're so like bulky and muscly. You'd fit in the suit just fine here, and the arms would be all looping. And you're like, oh, that's interesting.
We got monkeys in here. I resent that.
Oh,
More
things.
space stuff. In a recent announcement, NASA stated that they plan on having the 2020 rover to making oxygen on Mars.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a robot that farts.
A robot
Oxygen.
that farts.
Oxygen.
Basically, it's going to take, much like photosynthesis, but with lasers, it's going to cut off the extra carbon atom in CO2 and make O2.
Dude, that's what we're doing, is cutting carbon as humans, but it doesn't smell so good.
Pour the wine and cut the carbon.
Is there such thing as a farting robot?
That's what they're just
I'm
talking about.
sure
NASA.
there is. Google farting robot, I guarantee you.
Oh, here's this one. Here, let me share this with the world. Yeah, farting robots is it could be a thing.
Bender did it,
Well, yeah,
and
of
he
course Bender.
displaced the Earth like
Easy.
a week.
There he goes, farting on JP's face.
Oh, emissions! They're everywhere. I don't like it.
The farting robot. Yeah, I mean, we kind of that's an excellent way to phrase that. I think. Oh, let's make him stand on the desk. There we go. That's really it is. It's cutting off the carbon, and it's just producing O2. So it's like a healthy fart. So if you guys haven't noticed or paid attention recently, whoa, you don't want it to butt chug some beer. Not like the Mountain Dew people. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Hamsters.
So, no, we're going to talk about that right now. So recently on the internets, I saw a video that the new thing is for people to butt chug Mountain Dew.
Reason for?
So the caffeine hits their bloodstream really quick, and they get a super fast burst of energy. Huh.
It's like jet fuel.
Yep, going right into the gas tank. Yeah, there's actually a video of it. I'm not going to put that in the video feed.
These kids are lame. We were doing like beer chugs with butts, and then like the tampon.
Oh yeah,
tequila.
the soaking tampons and booze.
We're gonna do Mountain Dew because it's
that's American.
we're sponsored.
Sponsor us, Mountain Dew.
Not after that one.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's one of those things. It was just watching it because she went on her. She did a handstand, and she had like the bottle screwed into her butt, and it was poking out like some sort of beacon. It was just weird. It was weird altogether, and I don't think anyone should try that.
That can't be healthy.
And then JP almost made me blow a booger out of my nose at work earlier because I told him that, and he responded very quickly with, "Did you know if you put hamsters in your rectum, it'll make you run faster? Your rectum has the same properties as Kirby."
Video game character absorbs all the one of the properties that you
and you just become whatever it is.
It sucks it in and feeds it.
So yeah,
You had to be there.
little weird. But yeah, back to the robot farts. So they're hoping to actually try to produce a actual oxygenated environment on Mars, because right now it's mostly nitrogen.
It's robot gas.
Nitrogen and CO2. So yeah, if they could do that, they might actually reverse it. Which, as soon as I read that, I was like, why don't they just have big machines doing this constantly in the world? Just like sitting on top of big carbon factories, just like just shooting lasers at all the carbon atoms.
I think we produce too much.
But a little bit would help. I mean, Germany's doing that one thing where they're doing the giant air conditioners that catch carbon. So, I mean, any little bit could do something. So I'm just thinking, like, if they could somehow do that and put it on top of factories or put it in cars or something, and we start, polluting with oxygen. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because basically it functions on the same process as photosynthesis. So it takes the carbon out of the air and produces oxygen. So, pretty damn awesome if you ask me.
I wish there was like an acronym for like fart. It's like it farts out oxygen. Now, fart is an acronym for some scientific term. We just call it fart for short. Fabricated air.
Yeah. Rectal reintroduction technology.
There you go. Fart.
Robot fart nonsense made me think about the Flight of the Conchords song, "The Humans Are Dead."
The humans are dead.
You can't sing it anymore.
The humans are dead. Yep.
But they poked one. It was dead.
Fabricated air reintroduction technology. I like that.
See?
The fart system.
Probably fumigated
And-
would be more
You could call it, or filtered.
Filtered air reintroduction technology.
System.
Gosh.
So it could be
Farts.
or farts. With your
Technology system. Either way, I like it. And I feel like we named the show improperly.
Yeah.
Should have been exactly that.
Damn it.
Say love you.
Whatever.
But anyways, speaking of NASA, we talked about them.
We talked about that.
Hey!
This is something you guys
Speaking
are
of
going to talk about.
science, I mean.
Video games.
Yeah, and Pidgey games.
Yeah, science.
Video
Because it's
games.
May. She's a scientist. Sexiest scientist ever.
It's because she got the glasses and the accent.
And the thick. But anyways,
Fry noodles out of the microwave.
that has nothing to do with May's sexiness, you weirdo.
I know. I'll be right back.
So, the beautiful May, is very large and in charge in this photo. Just recently, Blizzard released a short with her little 10-minute short. I advise everyone to go check it out. It was super awesome. It is posted on the Slick page, so I suggest everyone go watch it. But it just kind of talks about, her role in it, but in Overwatch, that is. But the reason I wanted to bring that up is that we were watching some of the other shorts from Blizzard. They were doing one for Heroes of the Storm, for Hearthstone. And we came to the conclusion that they just need to really open up a whole, animated studio and just release Blizzard movies.
Yeah.
Animated movies.
Well, they did that Doomfist anime.
Yeah, and
thing.
that was badass
like,
too.
It needs to be a thing.
Because they did the Doomfist anime. May was the CGI, the traditional CGI. Same with the Heroes of the Storm, but it was like a CGI musical, which was awesome. And then the Hearthstone one...
No, Hearthstone was too.
Was the musical. And then the Heroes of the Storm was more like Samurai Jack. I only glanced over my shoulder.
Not really. It's Aeon Flux, I'd say.
Okay.
More when compared to.
So, I mean...
8-ounce mouse.
Huh?
8-ounce mouse. Is that what you said?
8-ounce mouse?
Aeon Flux.
Eon Flux, yeah.
Eon Flux.
Oh, Eon Flux. Sorry.
I was just like, where did she get 8-ounce mouse from?
I was going to say, isn't 8-ounce mouse like a YouTube video or a band?
A Modest Mouse is.
No.
8-ounce mouse sounds like a science project to me.
12-ounce mouse. And it's totally like an Adult Swim show.
I thought it was Dead Mouse.
No, 12-ounce mouse. It's about a drunken mouse.
Okay, these are going to be big shots. But we killed this bottle of tequila!
That's a really good bottle of tequila, though.
It was. That's why it lasted so long.
That's the one that I brought.
Exactly, because it was delicious, and I don't like drinking good tequila fast. I bought that bottle of Cabo Wabo like 6 months ago. I don't like drinking good tequila very fast. It's definitely one of those like, oh, I had a shot at a party. Now let's drink the shitty stuff. Because that's what I do, man. That's how I does.
Yeah, so in the Spreaker page, I posted the 3 different links to all those different videos, and you watch them, and then the production value that goes into these things, I was just like, have they not made a CGI movie? I mean, I know they did that Warcraft movie, but was it really the studio?
Right? I mean, it really is one of those things.
I think it should be the Warcraft or Blizzard animated studio that does one. I think I would have been totally behind that one.
The Blizzard studio? Yeah.
Yeah, the animated? Because
yeah.
like the animation studio.
Yep. Honestly, I wish...
Those guys are geniuses.
Yes, most definitely. We actually have comments now! I'm gonna look at all these now. So apparently, Wayne, all you had to do was tag me, and I can see this in like 20 minutes. And Eric, we are going to Colorado Springs Comic Con tomorrow, and Sunday for sure. Me and JP. Are you going Saturday?
I should be.
Okay. I probably won't be going Saturday, but Bill and Tara will be there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have someone else taking photos for it. So, yeah.
Is it my mom?
Yeah. Your mom.
She's so excited. She's like, I'm gonna meet Lou Diamond Phillips.
What was he in?
LAP,
NY, cop show. I'm thinking. Lou Diamond
Lou
Phillips.
Diamond Phillips, yeah, he was in, was he in Hawaii 5-0?
No, maybe as a guest star.
Kind of sounded like you said Brazilian hot. Brazilian what?
I think he played Richie Valens in the La Bamba movie.
Oh, yep. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Young
He's in
Guns. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Deliver.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all those thingamajiggers.
And he was in Psych.
Yes. Yes, he was. So, he is one of those big names. They're going to have a whole bunch of them. Which I guess we can talk about that right now because, we're talking about it. So if you guys didn't know, we are going to... Why is that up? Colorado Springs Comic Con this weekend, Friday through Saturday. That's right in front of my face. There we go. Colorado Springs Comic Con. So they're gonna have a whole bunch of guests. You got Michael Rooker, aka Mary Poppins, Matthew Lillard, Pauly Shore, Paul Soder from the Broken Lizard crew, and Ryan Hurst, which I think every female who's watched SOA is excited for.
Your doppelganger.
And apparently
he's awesome, and he's wonderful, and he has.
And apparently
8 dogs.
my doppelganger, according to many.
Yeah, it's very weird. I was like, oh, Opie. I'm like, where is he here?
We've gone to a Derby Dames show. So we've been going to roller derby recently because we got 2 friends that do roller derby in the Springs, and one of them came up, and our friend was hanging out, and she looked up in the bandstands, and she's like, "Is Opie coming to the after party?" Then it's not the first time I've heard that. So yeah, if you guys think I look like Opie, that's I think that's a compliment. I think it's a compliment. So we're going to be there at Colorado Springs Comic Con. So make sure you guys go check it out. It is at a new location this year. The address, I think, is in that
3690 Palmer Park.
Yeah. Oh, here, let's make it bigger. Nope, it's not on there. So
I think it was 3690 or
Palmer Park, something like that. But either way, you guys
right next to
Gold
Gold's Gym in Colorado.
Yes. But while we're at Colorado Springs Comic Con, Shell is going to be at Fort Collins Comic Con.
Yeah. Fort Collins Comic Con is going to be taking place this Saturday and Sunday. I'm probably only going to be able to make it out on Saturday, but if you guys are going to be there, come say hey. I'll be roaming around, taking pictures, attending panels.
4th or 5th
local
year?
Artists. I am very excited.
Is it their 4th or 5th year?
I don't remember.
I believe it is
that was
4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it is the 4th.
So,
yeah. So this one's a smaller con. It's a little more local Colorado artist base. Not a whole lot of big names that I've seen yet, but I am very excited to check this one out.
Yeah. Daniel says 2 Comic-Cons in one weekend seems like bad timing. Yeah, you know why it's really bad timing? Because Crunchyroll Expo is also happening this weekend.
Having their first one in California. And it's like, oh, I wonder if they're having
I feel like there's
Comic-Con.
another con going on, too.
Probably.
It's not Rocky Mountain Con, but it's something.
I don't know, but CrunchyCon I'm probably going to next year.
I think, GamesCon... GamesCon in Germany, Cologne, Germany is still happening.
Well, I mean, really, when you look at the planning, there is a con every weekend, probably everywhere through the world.
No, now that it's mainstream, it's very popular to be a nerd.
It is.
And it's the community.
I mean, consider this too. There's only 52 weeks in a year. There's probably more than 52 cons.
Yeah, Chicago has 2 anime conventions, 2 Comic-Con conventions.
Mm-hmm.
There probably could be more. That escaped me, but that's...
I mean, the Colorado alone has Denver Comic-Con, Rocky Mountain Comic-Con. You have Galaxy Fest,
Myth
Starfest,
and
Genghis
Legends.
Con.
Yeah, Genghis Con,
Genghis Con.
Myth and Legends, Fort Collins Comic-Con. It's just full up. And those are just
There's
the
too many
ones.
to name.
Ren Fair is basically a con. I mean...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's 8 weekends in a row.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, it is one of those things. It's just there's always something to do. Which really... I remember growing up, I always heard people there's nothing to do in Colorado. And I'm
because we have motor transportation and or money.
It's
See,
it really is.
NDK.
And NDK.
Which is happening next weekend.
Yeah, happening next weekend, which hopefully we will be at. Yeah, I mean... It's just one of those things. It's there's so much to do. And whenever I hear people bitch about there's nothing to do here, it's there's shit ton to do here. If there's not a con, there's tons of people to hang out with. There's not tons of people to hang out with. There's massive amounts of hiking and outdoor activities to do.
If you're not that type of person, you can go join Movie Camp or Galaxy Fest because they do opening weekends of movies.
Yeah.
You get a pre-screening, get a whole bunch of stuff with from going there. It's a little bit more, but you know the people that are going to see it are fans.
Yeah, and
So-
if you can't do any of that, go to all the breweries and get drunk by yourself. There is so much to do. So anyone who bitches about not having stuff to do in Colorado, you're just not opening your eyes. So spend a little bit extra time. We are a very, very full state. Deanna says, I do wish we had a video game-centric convention like PAX or GamesCon or Portland Game Expo, which is true.
We would probably end up going to PAX South, like the one in Texas. Like
Yeah.
If they ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Genghis Khan is like gaining popularity. They're fairly new, aren't they?
Yes.
Relative. I think third year or something.
I think it might be a
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean, like, there's potential for that to become like maybe a big venue. Colorado is getting more and more attention.
Yeah. And Daniel points out, don't forget about the concerts. I mean, I just went and saw Die Onward last weekend, which was fucking awesome. I went and saw AFI a few weekends before that. I've seen...
both at the Red Rocks.
Both at Red Rocks. I've seen Floggy Molly, Modest Yahoo,
Flowbots.
In This Moment, Flowbots. All the big names come to Colorado. I mean, super busy. And then Daniel's next Sunday is going to go see She Wants Revenge. So, yeah. Colorado's awesome. This is why we have so many people who want a transplant here. Like this guy. He's one of the transplants I like, though. So, there are not a lot of them. But if you're one of the cool transplants, I love you. Because you're rare. You're like a unicorn. JP's a unicorn. Little brown unicorn.
You gotta make it racist.
I do! Because we both did it all day.
I did it once.
I did it once.
Sure you did. Speaking of racism, let's take a shot. Alright.
Prost.
Prost! To not real racism, but only racism is jokes. Yeah.
That was a full shot.
Yeah, it was. I think it was more like a shot and a quarter. But, yeah. So anyways. So there is a time from when you go from transplant to a non-transplant.
But when is that? It's like, oh yeah, it's like I moved here when I was like. They said, and I was like, oh, when I was 10. It's like, oh, so you're not really a native. I was like, well, you were here since you were 10.
That's a long time. You're non-transplant when you're really a Coloradan, which means you take advantage of where you live. If you take advantage of where you live in a positive way, you're not really a transplant anymore. So,
Yeah.
You're a respected member of the community. I was born and raised, and there's people who are, just moved here who take more advantage of the state than I do. So, yeah, can't bitch about those kind of people. Daniel's been here for 13 years in October, so quite the time.
Nice. Always in Denver, Daniel, or?
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of people, Shell Shock Cosplay.
Yeah. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, you can find me at Shellshock. That's CHELLE Shock Cosplay. You can see all my awesome cosplays and check out all the fun events that I get to take part in, like the Knights of the Tempest. They're a Fort Collins-based theatrical and competitive jousting troupe. We do have a mounted games clinic open to the public coming up September 24th. If you guys ever wanted to learn how to chop heads from horseback, throw a spear, catch rings on a spear, then this might be the clinic for you. Check them out, Knights Tempest on Twitter and Knights of the Tempest on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah, so definitely check her out. She does all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, Hannah says Colorado's the best. And Eric says, I've lived here in the spring since December 24th, 1983. So longer than I've been around.
Wow.
So I think that makes him a non-transplant anymore. So, and
What happens when you're like born, raised for like 4 years, and then kind of travel around and then come back for like the last, I don't know, 15?
that makes you a psycho-native.
A psycho-native. Oh,
Yeah.
No, that makes you a traveling native.
A traveling native.
Because some people get the wanderlust and they want
Yeah, but I'm
see
talking
what
about Shell
A nomad
specifically.
native.
Not everyone, but Shell's a psycho-native.
Maybe.
I mean that in the most loving way
Oh, I know.
possible.
That's
Oh, I know.
Denver area is huge, Daniel. So like, if you've moved around in Denver, that's a lot of territory that you can move around in.
Yeah. Especially when you say
Yeah.
Denver area, really they mean like from Aurora to Littleton all the way up to... Brighton's basically part of Denver at this point when people
Shit,
consider it.
Parker even.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if
There's not really a
Parker,
deviation between
Lone
Parker and
all
Denver
the way
anymore.
up to
it's like
Brighton.
if Castle Rock grows any more north, then Denver grows more south.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
I'm pretty sure we're going to encroach on... I mean, I would say in 20 years, the line between Larkspur and the Springs is going to be pretty small. I mean...
especially if we get that Hyperloop.
Dude,
Come on,
if you
Elon
get the
Musk.
Hyperloop, it'll be madness. It'll be just madness. We'll be in Olicons all the time.
What did they say it was, like 30 minutes?
Yeah. So here's the reason.
No, 15.
15 minutes. 15 minutes. That's
It's
15
30
minutes.
from Pueblo.
Yeah. 3 hours from Houston to Montana.
Insane.
Yeah. That's with stops. But anyways, the reason I hate on Denver so much,
Parking?
so often, is parking and driving.
Hipsters. Well, parking and driving, that's kind of like goes hand in hand. It's like if you drive to Denver, you park somewhere.
That's not always true because I've driven through Denver and I still get pissed off. So,
It's a big city.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. I don't like driving through Denver. I don't like driving and parking in Denver. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, because
You get the Hyperloop? I'm good.
yeah, because
I'm good.
then we can walk to like Bento's.
Yeah, right.
Which I'm surprised.
Oh,
like, see,
JP, why'd you have to mention bentos?
Oh, their food is so good.
I'm a transplant, and I knew about it before like Bo did. I was like, hey, have you been to this place? And like, they got really good bento boxes. And
He's a native, but he is not a Denverite.
Well, here's the thing, too. I spend more time cooking at home than I do going out. So that's the other problem. Is like, I love cooking at home, but when we go out, it's usually something quick, and then we come back home. So I don't spend a lot of time
and
going
the
out.
shrimp at Red Lobster.
Fuck yeah.
yeah, but it's not a quick thing at there. It's like,
How is he still eating?
wheel me out, boys.
I lost this year, though. I only ate 143.
I thought you won. I thought you beat.
No, Devin beat me. Devin beat me. He ate 150
Because he didn't eat,
or
he
something.
didn't eat any of the breaded stuff.
No,
You did.
I didn't either. I peeled all my breaded stuff off. The problem is that I'm older. And he's still a baby. Comparatively.
He can push past his limits.
He can. I used to be able to do that, man. 167 was my record. 167 shrimp.
Penises.
I don't eat penises. Do shrimp have penises?
They
Am I eating shrimp penises? I don't eat shrimp dicks. I don't eat big dicks. I don't eat dicks. Anyways, I am not a dick eater. Not against you dick eaters out there. Do whatever you want. I'm not against cannibalism, unless that's, affects me negatively.
Speaking of eating dick, up next on Slick Tube.
Oh.
Tube Slickers. Thanks for getting us back on track.
Yep.
James Cameron can eat a dick. So recently he was complaining about Wonder Woman, stating, all the self-congratulatory back-patting Hollywood's been doing over Wonder Woman has been so misguided. She's an objectified icon, and it's just male Hollywood doing the same old thing. I'm not saying I didn't like the movie, but to me it's a step backwards. Sarah Connor was not a beauty icon. She was strong, she was troubled, she was a terrible mother, and she earned the respect of the audience through pure grit. And me, the benefits of character like Sarah, it's so obvious. I mean, half the audience is female.
Yeah. I mean, considering, James Cameron had Dark Angel, with Jessica Alba and, like, that skin-tight leather. That didn't objectify women at all. Right,
Yeah.
James Cameron?
Yep. And what was it? James Cameron did Avatar, too, right?
Yep.
She may be an alien, but she was an attractive alien.
Mostly naked alien.
Yeah. Still a female.
Mm-hmm.
Very apparent female.
Yeah, it was, I think he's just a little sad that he didn't get asked to direct Wonder Woman.
It's like, whiny, whiny, poo-poo, I didn't make the movie. Boo-hoo. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, it was a step backwards. I was like, you made Dark Angel.
Yeah.
Like that show literally sold its first season off like sex
Titanic.
appeal.
And
Titanic.
the other thing, too, he's trying to feed the uber feminist. Like, and I'm not insulting feminism, don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the ones who it's less about equality and more about, taking away any kind of gender, even if you want to be that kind of gender. That's more what I think he's targeting. At least that's what that statement seems like to me. It's like, objectifying women. And it's like, Wonder Woman is Wonder Woman. That's been her outfit. I mean, she's a strong female character, and she's still a badass. But don't get me wrong, she's absolutely gorgeous. But she was still a strong female character, and she showed that she could do it regardless of how she looked.
She fucking saved
in the
Affleck, okay?
In the comic books, like, she's probably just as smart as Batman is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though like she doesn't have the resources that he does, like she's probably just as big of a sleuth as Batman is than most people.
I mean, she's a smart, strong female lead. So I don't understand his statement.
And it's comic book characters, and like comic book characters have always been like larger than life.
Oh yeah, I mean, not to mention, it's like saying Superman is objectified, because if you go from the comic book and you look at Superman, it's like, no man can look like that. Like, they've made character recreations of Superman in real life. It's wrong looking. So it's just, which is even more. Now, the funny thing, too, is that most of the female comic book characters, there are women with those body types, and it is hard to obtain, but at least it is obtainable. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying it's okay, but at least it's obtainable. But they're still objectifying men just the same. My point is, it's not that it's okay, it's that at least they're giving strong leads. That's all that matters. As long as they're not, featuring the person in a negative aspect. They showed her that she was beautiful and that she could still be tough, strong, and independent. That's the biggest part about that, is that she doesn't need someone else to take care of her. She took care of the dude.
She saved the dude.
She protected him. I mean, that was the big thing. So she wasn't objectified. I don't know. I mean, everyone's going to find their reason to bitch about something.
Check the video I shared in the comments.
But
Yeah,
I think
it doesn't seem like objectifying. Like, that movie didn't seem, when I watched it twice.
Lights on. Pressure system is normal. Music on.
His name is James Cameron, the bravest pioneer. No budget too steep, no sea too deep. Who's that? It's him, James Cameron.
Systems are normal. You guys hearing the song okay up there?
James Cameron.
Wow.
Of the sea.
Remember this episode?
Oh
boy.
okay, I can definitely understand the relevance of that one. So yeah, I mean, it really is. He thinks he's the pioneer of everything, and he's bummed out it wasn't his movie.
Exactly.
So,
But if he did make it, he probably wouldn't have gave Ares that stash.
that's a solid point.
Maybe.
Could have gone without the Ares stash. That was
Hard to watch.
that was gnarly. I mean, he was a great actor.
It took me out of the scene. I was like,
Like,
I don't
What
get
you,
it.
what you got the flavor saver for? What's that?
It's like now he has a mask on. And it's like, okay, I can deal with this.
I'm back in. I'm good. Oh, it's back! Mustaches aren't attractive on men. I mean, they can be. Don't get me
Unless you're
wrong.
Tom Selleck. Or
That's a little aggressive. Like,
Alex Trebek.
I'm
Thank
thinking
you much.
more. No, like Brad Pitt in what's that?
Inglourious
Anti-nonsense.
Basterds?
Yes, Inglourious Basterds. I thought he looked fucking cool as shit. You know, people can look cool, but the vast majority of men should never have a mustache. It doesn't work right for most people. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna grow out a dastardly mustache then. I'm gonna shave everything and just have that.
See, but you might rock that because of who you are. It might just make it proper. Now, me, I'd probably look like a pedophile. Very large one.
Excuse me, little kid, are you lost?
No one would want to come near me. It's one of those things. Some people can rock it, but it is a very low percentage. I'd say 1
Sam
million.
Elliott.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh my god.
Shell, why are you even surprised at this point that I don't know who people are?
Celebrities are kind of hard to keep track of.
They are. There's so many.
Sam.
Yeah,
Why would I remember that guy?
because he was in
No, I know
Big
him.
Lebowski.
Tombstone, Roadhouse.
Big
Big
Lebowski.
Lebowski. The
Okay.
Golden Compass.
Give me a
I
sass.
still have not seen The Big Lebowski.
Give me a sarsaparilla.
Like, I know his face, and I know him, and I know his acting,
He's even in Ghost Rider.
but I'm not going to remember his name. I mean, he's kind of the quintessential cowboy.
See, Daniel knows. It's like, we're talking about the dude here.
Dude.
The dude. The Quick and the Dead.
Dude, he is an old Western.
He's an old Western
He
kind
is
of
a
guy.
cowboy.
I know who he is now
And-
that I see his face, but still,
On
I'm like,
Netflix, he has a show with Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson, and it's called The Ranch, and it's great.
Oh, that's right, he was in Ghost Rider. I didn't remember that.
the ranch kind of sounds like a place for old people to go.
Nah.
Like, they're just out in the field
It's-
naked, and you
it's
get to
about
hunt
him
them.
being like an old, like hardworking cowboy, and his two sons are Danny Masterson and Ashton Kutcher, Hyde and Kelso, and but they're like kind of hickish.
I
It's
am
just hilarious.
having a weird mental image on this one.
It just sounds crazy, but it's actually you should watch it. It's pretty funny. I mean, I binge watched both seasons in a day
on Netflix or Amazon?
on Netflix.
But still, okay, he's one of those guys, he looks like, but still, majority of dudes don't belong in mustaches. It's a hard fight. I tried
Hard
it.
sell.
I tried it. I rocked my Mexican mustache when it was coming in. I look back at those pictures, they're horrifying. I will never post a Throwback Thursday photo of that. Mostly because most of them have me in those rayon print dragon t-shirts and a gold chain.
Skinny bow.
Super scrawny. But you couldn't tell because all my clothes were so baggy.
Everyone's clothes was baggy. My clothes were baggy back in the day. It was the style.
Where's JP? He's in his Jinkos. I can't see him! But yeah. So, anyways, James Cameron is a little bitch. That's what it comes down
It
to.
is a little bit. You know who I think looks funny with a mustache? James
Jared Leto?
Franco.
Oh.
A little
James
bit, yeah.
Franco.
Hold on. I'm going to have to... James Franco mustache. Yes. So here's the thing, though.
It's not bad, but it's not great either.
It's not great, but at the same time, I would trust his decision in wine.
In wine.
Sorry, JP showed me a photo. It's so thick.
I still think Burt Reynolds is the best mustache.
Wow. It wasn't a dick, but it was thick. But yeah, James Franco, I would trust his wine selection. Right? Like, if that were to be you want this 97 Cabernet Sauvignon, and I'd be like, why, yes I do. You, sir, know your wine. It's completely based on... I would also... A proper person with a judge, not James Franco. If he were to say someone murdered someone, I might agree with him.
Colonel Mustard in the drawing room.
Exactly. Oh, Ron Swanson.
Oh, there you go.
Ron fucking Swanson. That's a good one.
That is
like I said, it's not Borat though. Why is Borat on that list? Oh, and Salvador Dali. That guy looked like a freak. A beautiful artist, but that was Obama with a freaky mustache. I suggest everyone Google best mustaches because there is some shit.
But yeah, definitely, dude. Ron Swanson.
Yeah,
he looks weird with.
as well.
Hold on, scroll down a little bit. Yeah, that's another one. Ben Stiller in Heavyweights. Awful.
Is it anyone knock anymore?
General.
Oh, Hulk Hogan. Yeah. He's kind of iconic though.
Hogan is like probably it's not. It works for him. It's a memorable mustache.
Tom Selleck has a decent mustache.
Well, here's the thing though: would Tom Selleck
has a nice mustache.
Google Tom Selleck without mustache?
It looks fucking weird.
Does he have too much upper lip? I feel like he went too much upper lip. Anyways,
my dad has a mustache because anytime he shaved, his nose was just huge. It didn't look like it didn't look proportionate.
You gotta big
nose to big mustache. I mean, it's a ratio thing, I guess. So I mean, it's a fine line, but it is a rare number.
It is definitely a very fine line.
So, bat stash. Wow, I wanted to show people that one. Batman mustache.
I'm gonna get it.
There he is. There's a lot of these.
Yeah, definitely Tom Selleck and Ron Swanson. Like, they have, like, pretty epic mustaches.
And Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, too. I mean, Charlie Chaplin, that fit. He's iconic.
Mustache. Right there. Well, it's not a mustache.
As far as Salvador Dali goes, and
Salvador Dali looks like a freaking freak.
And Groucho Marx and whatnot, like, their mustaches don't look good. They're just iconic.
Yeah.
You say Ron Swanson?
And Charlie Chaplin.
I don't know. Ron Swanson's looks good on him, though.
On him, yeah. I couldn't imagine him without.
No. There are some weird mustaches out there. But anyways, so weird stuff. Speaking of stuff, so Warner Brothers, we don't have a lot of SlickTube today because there isn't a lot of SlickTube news. A rumor that Warner Brothers is planning a new DC Joker movie. So it's a higher rumor because they had posted a banner that related to it. I forgot to get a screenshot of it, and I can't find it again. I tried. They made it look like they are planning on that for sure. And when a mass ton of reporters asked them about it, they decided to not comment.
No comment.
When there is no comment, it usually means it's happening. So, according to Daniel, says 2 Joker movies, actually. So basically what we're looking at is, at least the one I saw, is reference to a Joker. There we go. That's the rest of it. A Joker origin story. Because we don't have enough origin stories.
I don't want it.
Yet.
I don't want to know where Joker came from.
Like, I don't care. I know where it came from. He went crazy.
No. There's that crazy, like, mysticism around Joker's origins. Like, once you say that, it's like, oh, this is canon. It's like, I don't want it.
Well, I mean, it's the thing, too, is like, well, Daniel says, one in DCUE, one not. And the thing, too, is, like JP said, there is some mysticism around it. It's kind of nice. Not really knowing.
Because you can create your own origin story up in your noggin.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things you don't really need. the one that's not in the DCEU is being produced by Martin Scorsese, and that's the one that they're looking at the younger actor right now, which will not be Jared Leto. Yay! Now let's stick with that and get rid of him altogether. I know Shell disagrees with me because
He
she's
thinks he's a fine actor.
because she thinks he's sexy and she's crazy. Jared Leto is the Joker.
Yeah, I don't think he's sexy as the Joker, but I think Jared Leto is. Yeah,
Don't
I like him as the Joker.
You know it ties in. Don't even lie. Just a little bit.
That's what.
You know it ties in just a little bit. No, I said you know it ties in a little bit. Huh?
Tony overheard me and he's like, "That's a deal breaker." And I said, "What?" And he's like, "Jared Leto is not sexy in any form." And then he just kept walking upstairs with his Mountain Dew.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad he's a very observant human being.
I don't know. The bun looks nice on him.
Daniel says he's the worst Joker by default. That's true. The Munn? What is like Olivia Munn?
No.
What is
the man bun? Like when he has long hair and he wears it like pulled back in a low bun.
I look better in a man bun than he
nice.
does.
It looks nice on him.
I look better. Oh, don't you even. Don't you even. But yeah, I mean, I want to see these, but at the same time, it's like I'm tired of origin stories. I'd rather see more of like, I don't know. I want to see like a different kind of, like an expansion of who Joker is, you know? Because like I loved Heath Ledger as Joker. They didn't really, they teased about his backstory, they played with it, but they never really said, you know, this is where these scars came from. So I don't know. I think it would be a fun game to play. Just kind of keep teasing the audience's imagination. I don't know. Joker's one of those fun, enigmatic characters that doesn't really need a solid backstory. So we got it with Harvey Dent. We know where Harley Quinn came from. We know where Penguin came from. We have it from all of Batman's main villains. So we don't need another one. That's all I'm saying. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see where it goes. You know what I mean?
Have you watched the Batman and Harley yet?
No, not yet.
Oh my god, do it.
Is it on something I can watch, or am I going to have to obtain it?
You might have to obtain it.
Oh, fair enough.
We bought it on iTunes.
Oh, okay. Well, then I can just log into your iTunes account.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I said that. I agreed with Daniel that he is the worst Joker by default. So, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. You never know. I mean, it could be something amazing. Here's the thing. I kind of like Suicide Squad. Only as an independent movie. Does that make sense? Like, I
don't look at it and think, I want to see Batman, I want to see Superman in this. Like, no, it is its own.
Suicide Squad is definitely their own.
Yeah, I mean, they could have done more to expand on each character, but not really much in the time frame. I mean, Suicide Squad could have really been 3 movies, but I think they did with what they could to put it in one movie and try to capture the audience's.
I think opinion. They could have had they could have gotten away with maybe like a 15-minute short or 10 to 15-minute short of per character, so that way you're like, oh, it's like going into the movies, so you don't have to see all the stupid background stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean they kind of did that, not much.
They still did.
Because you think about if there was 7 people, roughly. So I mean, you're looking at an hour of the movie is just the origin, and then they have another hour to build on that story. Which I mean, they could have, but I think it could have been done better in 2 movies. So they really didn't need the triple threat movie, but they could have done well with 2.
Two.
So I don't know. It
Like
would have been an interesting play on it to try to figure it out as to how to get almost like an origin story.
I want the Diablo.
Part of it. Yeah. I mean, more of Diablo would
like,
be cool.
I want more of that. Like, let's just have like a little spin-off of that.
Like,
Actually, Diablo had more character expansion than anyone else, because when you think of like the other characters from Suicide Squad specifically, if you only saw that movie, you wouldn't know. But you know Diablo, you kind of know his powers, and you kind of know why he's so tormented because he accidentally killed his family. You kind of get that from him, you know. But the other characters, aside from Deadshot, they're not really expanded upon. And even then, you don't know why Deadshot is Deadshot too in depth.
They could have did like
you just know that he has a daughter.
Yeah.
And that's what they're using as leverage.
done like a prequel movie called like Suicide Squad, The Gathering, or The Assembly.
The Gathering.
No, I like The Gathering. That's pretty good.
The Gathering, where it's just like 15-minute shorts of like.
Though.
Well, I don't know. It's one of those things. I really think they could have done more with it to give us more origin. So, but I can understand why they did it, because they had to try to capture as many people as possible with as little origin and as much main story as they humanly could to try to pump out more DC. That was the problem, because they're like, we need to establish the DC villains real quick.
You need to hop on that Green Lantern series.
I would
Darkest Night.
Dude, if they were to pump out Darkest Night, that would be bad.
There's so many things. Like, there's like Green Lanterns versus Sinestro Corps, Green Lanterns versus their Avatar? No. The Red Lanterns.
Yeah.
It's like there was a huge fight.
Yeah.
The anger,
yeah. No, I mean, there's Green Lantern backstory, origins, and basically all over story is expansive. It is massive, and I think it really trumps. I hate that word now. it engulfs. There's no other good
encompasses.
Word. Yeah. I hate that Trump ruined a good word.
Swallows.
Swallows. So many dirty phrases popped into my head. Anyways, yeah, I really think the Green Lantern, universe could really be expanded upon. It's just they're really fucked up with that Ryan Reynolds one. But I think they should try to fix that. So, Daniel says it's way too soon for Darkest Night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that's what I'm saying. There's like the battle with Sinestro Corps. Then you have the Avarice. Not Avarice. It's the Red Lantern.
Yeah.
And they have the Orange Lantern. Then they have Blue Lanterns, Purple Lanterns.
There's 7 or 8 of them or something.
There's quite a few lanterns.
But really what it comes down to is they need to establish all of DC. Then they need to play with Civil War on the Marvel side a little more. And to try to bring that one up.
I don't really think they need to establish that for like the lanterns.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Lanterns can be just their own.
I know it's not the same universe, but I think this is kind of the play of it. Is they're going to do all the DC stuff and kind of establish those people. Then they're going to play with maybe Civil War again. And then they're going to go back to DC, and then they're going to try to play with like the Super Friends a little bit more. I know what we call the Super Friends. And then they're going to push around with a little more Marvel. There's a trading game you can tell they're playing.
Teen Titans.
And yeah, and then you can
Justice.
dick around with Teen Titans a little bit. Darkest Night is going to be really the crescendo of DC.
The master stroke.
Yeah.
Of their tapestry that you're trying to paint.
Yeah. I'm really happy I got to use the word crescendo. Daniel says, I really hope the Darkest Night animated movie happens, though. I know Bruce Timm wants to do it, which would be awesome. So,
But there's so much backstory that you need to, like, fill.
Yeah.
It's like, he's like, oh yeah, here's Dark Knight, this happened.
So,
like, the stuff that happened beforehand is really important, too.
Speaking of filler, JP actually introduced me to a YouTube channel y'all should check out. It's called Comics Explained. I would go check that out because I don't get around to reading comics a lot. I read them and I love them, but it's when I get around to them. I spend more
I don't know,
time video gaming.
You definitely burned through like Vinland Saga like it was nothing.
No, like when I find one, I'll kill it. But the thing too is that I don't want to sign up for like the comics thing where it gets sent to you. I know I could do like the Dark Horse comics, the DC comics, and the Marvel comics online stuff, but I don't really want to pay for it because I don't know exactly what I like.
Oh yeah,
I've had past things I've liked, but Comics Explained, if you're trying to jump into a thing, they have awesome playlists too that are like new to Batman, new to Superman, new to Green Lantern. So they'll play you out. You'll learn a little bit. You'll kind of get updated on the stuff. So it's really pretty awesome. So I suggest that.
Are you listening to it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched like 3 or 4 different playlists. So
yeah, because and he's a recent transplant to Colorado. Like, welcome Comics Explained.
Yeah, Comics Explained. Yeah,
he was from Chicago. Come down to Colorado. I was like, oh, sweet. I was like, I didn't even know that. You may run into him at a Denver Comic Con.
Yep,
that would be pretty awesome.
Yep. Daniel says if they ever get there, they may reset a bunch with the Flashpoint movie. Well, isn't the Flash movie coming out supposed to be Flashpoint?
They already came out with the Flashpoint, but like it's not live action. Like Flashpoint would allow them to like reset Batman, so they didn't.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that I think that the Flash movie that's coming out is called Flashpoint. I think it is the Flashpoint movie, so it's not referenced to all the other stuff. It's not talking about Flash the movie or anything like that. I think it is going to be Flashpoint, so they might be able to reset and then suddenly give us a different Batman. Hopefully.
But who?
No, the first live-action Flash movie is Flashpoint.
Oh, see,
that's what I just said.
Well, yeah, it's a little.
Oh, he was talking delayed, yeah. But yeah, so I think Flashpoint is going to be, it's going to be a major reset. Yeah. So we're going to see what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. It's the course correction of DCEU, which Daniel points out.
Because from Comics Explained, I already know what happens after Flashpoint.
Yeah.
It's just like I can tell you guys, but it's like
I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can learn from Comics Explained. But we always suggest reading comics. I mean, there's a lot of excellent comics out there and a lot of excellent comic programs like the one that Denver Comic Con supports. Comic Books in the Classroom. Or not Comic Books in the Classroom. Crap, that was their old one.
I don't remember their new one now.
Oh, I broke my brain. The one DC or Denver Comic Con supports. Sorry, I'm not going to mess around with it.
Classroom.
Thank you.
Culture. There you go.
Yeah, I was pointing out their old one. But that actually establishes, that they're always about that, which is really awesome. Because Denver Comic Con is a non-profit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, so pick up a comic book. Go check it out. Support your local comic book shops. You got all kinds of ones in Colorado Springs you can go check out. So
you need to go back to Heroes Hollow.
Yeah. So you need to talk to Heroes Hollow. But yeah, so anyways, so moving on to the last bit, we got the craft brew.
In review.
So today we have drank the Show Me Sour from Boulevard. I'm a little buzzed. Boulevard Brewing Company.
It's gone for me.
Hey, it's about halfway gone. I actually started drinking it once I remembered it was there. With a 4.3% ABV. It was originally a collaboration between Boulevard Brewing and Side Project Brewing. So, honestly, most of the sours I've had in my beer experiences have been lights. This one is very different, and I like it.
It's probably because of the whiskey barrel that they throw it in right before. It is delicious, Shell. I wish you could have like a taste of it.
Yeah.
Well, see, they also use like black malts, and that's where it gets its dark color from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can really taste the malted. I mean, you get like a malted caramel from it, so it's like a sour with a sweet caramel backing. I mean, it has an excellent flavor to it. You get the sour, but it's not overpowering like some of the sours we've had in the past. The carbonation
is almost nothing. It's what you expect from a stout, but it's a very drinkable, chuggable. Don't chug this beer.
Yeah,
beer if you wanted to.
Oh, did you listen to the old shows where we did chug?
I know you guys did chug beers. Because, like, it's the end of the show. Fuck it. I was like, God damn it.
It was a weird thing. So it was just, we used to do this thing on Slick, like 4 years ago, where we would drink part of the beer and then we would chug the rest. And that would be our reviews. It would be based on drinkability and chuggability. And I have no freaking idea why we did that.
Because they were sophisticated as fuck back in the day.
Yeah, this is the bigger pinky, more sophisticated. It was stupid. It was so stupid. But, like our show evolved, our taste buds evolved, and our learning evolved. And we learned, oh, beer is different from when you drink it cold, fresh out of the bottle, versus when it gets a little bit warm, closer to room temperature. Because that's how you're supposed to drink beer. Over a little bit of time, especially craft beer, because the flavor changes. Flavors are very complicated. So if you get a craft beer, experience it, enjoy it, because they put a lot of time and effort into it, and so should you.
There's actually some craft beers when they say, when you crack it open, it says to shake the bottle. Like not
all of them. Not all of them. I just want to point this out. Do not shake a yeast conditioned bottle.
It will say on the bottle, like, for best flavoring, shake the bottle.
Yeah.
Like, gently shake the bottle to, like, mix.
Kind of like a swirl, like you would with wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's trying to help release the tannins.
I think I see that a lot on, like, sours and gozas.
Mm-hmm.
Ow. Dog. She just, like, crashed into me. I think she thinks I'm playing with her. Go away.
Beast, go away.
Oh.
Do we have a question?
What are you chewing on? Don't you chew on the blanket.
I can chew on whatever I want to.
You blanket muncher.
I can't look at this dude's mustache anymore.
It's been wild.
We had the question from last week.
Yep.
Are we doing that? Did you tell people why you were talking about your
I mean,
beers?
we already
Like,
had,
you
like,
squirrel?
we already had things in there. It was,
I know. We're at an hour 17. We can cut it now and just make sure we
okay.
do it next time.
it was a short show, guys.
Short show. Extra short. Did you guys score your beer?
We did a lot of slicking.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
The booze does that. It makes you slick hard. At least it wasn't a 3-hour show.
As long as it's not a hard slick.
So the beer. I'm, hold on.
Mine's gone.
It's smooth. It's sour. It's very flavorful. I'm going to go with a 4.5.
That's what I was going to say, 4.5.
So, solid 4.5 for Boulevard Brewing's Show Me Sour.
Why did we rate this beer, Bo?
We rate this beer because we score all our beers on Untappd. That's UNTAPPD. That is the social drinking app where you can follow us and follow others and talk about your beers and talk about our beers and suggest great beers to your friends. So you can follow us there on Untappd at SLYK Radio. You can follow JP as
J Pizzletron.
and Shell as
Shell Shock cosplay.
Shell like a seashell.
Shell like a seashell. So, yeah.
Is it that?
No, it's not.
It's not,
I was
but
gonna say, I thought I changed it.
now we just say that because it's stuck in our brains.
When I first started listening,
That's how I introduced myself.
it was sound like a seashell.
Yep.
Wait, what?
So, anyways. But, you know what, guys? We suggest that while you're drinking, you guys like to play with your phone, so make sure you pick up your hanging so it's hanging right at your chest level. I think it's good, but whatever.
Yeah.
But either way, don't forget to go to solikeyouknow.com, click on the link on the bottom right-hand side, and order your hangings today. That's only $4.99 with free shipping. Once again, $4.99 with free shipping. So go get your hangings today. It's an awesome product. Works with any phone, with a case. Yeah, go pick it up. Either way, guys, we love you. And thanks for listening. Don't forget we put out new episodes every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Spreaker.com/SLYK Radio.
Do you guys have empty space on your iPhone or Android phone that you're just dying to fill up? Download the Spreaker app and subscribe to our podcast, or stream us on Stitcher, Smart Radio, the smarter way to listen to radio. We have new shows every Thursday.
And So Like You Know is not responsible for anything ever.
And we are produced by Slick Solutions somewhere in Colorado.
And So Like You Know is completely racist.
Like your opinion.
Just kidding.
We care,
But your government doesn't.
Motherfucker.
and don't you forget that.
Just like your eyesight.
We love you guys. You have an excellent evening. We will see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.